Hi, I am Jasmine, and I am so excited because it means if you are here, you have created your own present self. And if you're like, wait, am I in the wrong video? I didn't create one of these yet. Don't worry about it. Pause the video, go down to the description. It will only take you a couple minutes, not even that, to create your own present self template like this and come back to me. And in the end, what we will do is, the result of this video is we're going to work together and you're going to end up with your fully fleshed out present self. So you know where you are right now and who you are right now, which is so life-changing. And I think we're going to learn a lot from this session together. I know we're going to learn a lot. So what do you say? Let's get started. Okay, are you ready? So the first thing is choose how you are going to be working. Are you going to be working on paper with, some pens, markers, crayons, whatever media you want? Or will you be working on a digital format like an iPad here? So I have both here. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing both at the same time. That would be kind of really hilarious. I'm just like, do. We won't do that. But choose where you want to do this. Pick a quiet space, hopefully. Put on some, mellow music if you want. And let's get to this. So the first thing we want to do is, I like to just fill out the present self and the date. So I'm just going to write in that little box on the bottom, present self 2020, because we're in the year of 2020 right now. So once we did that, this is where, if you can see the quadrants, you have love, work, health, and fun. So love is essentially relationships, friends, and family. And the prompts that I like to do here is I like to ask the question, are your friends supportive of you? And what answers do you get from that? What comes up when I ask that question, right? Are your friends supportive of you? And then you just write, Polya spoke out and you say yes or no, right? Be like, yes, they are. And then for me, maybe I'll say, but they don't quite understand me. And be completely honest with yourself. This is only for you. And then another question I like to ask under love is, are you engaged in socializing on a regular basis? And for me, it's, with friends, not so much. Especially in the COVID times. Family, immediate family, yes. And my next question would be, do you feel loved? And I know this is one of those questions where you think, of course I feel loved. But really, sit down and think about it. There's no wrong answers here. You can go even further and say, like, I feel love from my kids, I feel love from my family, I feel love from my friends. You can put someone very specific on there. And then the last prompt that I like to ask myself in the love category is, are you expressing your love to others? Are you showing your love? Do others know that you love them? And for me, that's actually a big thing, because I keep a lot inside. Other than my kids. I tell my kids I love them like every 2 seconds. They're like, I know, Mom. But other than that, I'm very kind of closed off with my emotions. And then after you do all that, I want you to kind of, if you look, there's a gauge, there's 5 lines right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 being the highest, the most happy, or the most fulfilled, and 1 being the least. I want you to take a look at your answers, right? And mark down where you think you are in that gauge after really looking at these answers. And I like to do this afterwards just because, you know, when we do it, if we just blindly ask, so how are your friends and family? What are your relationships like? And you're kind of like, I don't know, a 3 or a 4 or 2 or 1, and you kind of just blindly kind of guessing. But after you answer some of these questions, then it becomes really apparent. It's like, oh, you know, I thought I was a 5, but actually I'm like a 2, or the opposite. You know, I thought I was a 2, but actually I'm pretty good. I'm like a 4 or 5. So definitely go ahead and do this. I'm gonna put myself as like, I like halves. I'm gonna do like a 3, 3.5. Because I could use more work if I look at my thing. I could use more work in the friendship area and outside of my immediate family, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna put, you can put a little dot there. I put a little heart there. And then let's move on to let's go to work, right? So some of the questions I like to ask here is your career where you are right now? Is the career where you want to be right now? Like, how's your career going? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Are you looking for more? Are you completely content? So definitely fill out that question. And I know, like, definitely, like, I'll give you all these prompts in a file down in the description. So take your time. Don't feel like you need to fill this all out right away. Even me, I'm like pausing, like, ooh, that's a good question. Another question is your career heading in the direction you want it to go? And another question on this front would be like, are you passionate about what you do? Do you love going into work, right? And as you like go through these prompts, then really, really think it out. And it will really bring out the real feelings of how you feel instead of that artificial, you know, how do you like work? I always say, like, work's good, work's great, you know, that you just answer to people, your parents, your family. But if you sit down and be like, I don't know, is your career where I want it to be right now? Is it heading in the right direction? Am I on the right track that I know will lead to like me being happy about it? Or am I passionate? That's huge, right? Do you love doing what you do? Another question surrounded about work is, am I earning enough income to satisfy my current needs, right? Do you make enough money? Because money is a big thing, right? We're not ignoring money. Are you financially set up for growth and wealth in the future? And things like, yeah, and then you answer all these questions to yourself and you say, how satisfied are you in this area of your life presently? You look at your answers, and most importantly, you follow your gut on how you're feeling. And after you've gone through the work in your work section, then you do the same thing. How does this rank from a scale of 1 to 5 in your, you know, fulfilled, happy meter or needs work meter? So for me, you know, mine is probably, it needs work. I've got some personal things that I'd like to see improved in my work area. So I'm gonna hit like a 2.5. You see, I like the 2.5. So you can tell a lot about my personality because I'm like 2.5. I'll be like 2.25. No, I won't go that far. So health is all about self and wellness, right? So some of the questions I want you to think about here is, how, you know, the obvious, how physically healthy are you right now? How satisfied are you with your level of fitness? How satisfied are you with your diet, the way you're eating? And then also, more importantly, what people forget in this area is your time for self-care. Do you take time for yourself? Do you take time to relax, to whatever you enjoy? And also the mindset too. Do you take time to we all think about health and physical activity. Like, did you go on that run? But almost what's also important is like, did you sit down and just like breathe, right? Like the little minor things that will make all the difference. So sit down, I'll put down the prompts right here, and yeah, let's write about where we are with the health right now. How you doing? Are you exercising every day? No pressure. Really, honestly, no pressure. Be totally honest with yourself and just write what you want. No one has to see this. Although I was joking, I'm like, I want you to tag me because I want to see it. But no, this is for you. So be as honest as you can with yourself right now. And then, as in anything, look on the meter 1 to 5 where you are with this. And for me, health is pretty good. So I'm going to put a 4. I know I did not do a half. Shocking. And now let's go to fun. Fun, right? This is where we have creativity, play, enjoyment, anything that brings you just pure fun without the stress. It's not related to like getting something done or something you have to do or work. So the questions around this would be like, are you enjoying your life and making it fun? Are you filling your life with things that make you smile or activities? For me, that would look like, I would ask myself, what do you do for fun? Actually, that's like the first question. What do you do for fun? And are you doing it? Right? Where is it showing up in your life? So go ahead and let's see. Where is fun showing up in your life right now? For me, pure fun is just like taking things like a random class. I used to take like woodworking classes and glass blowing classes, and obviously that's not really leading to anything, but that was the best part of it. It just kind of sparks my fun meter, my creativity, something that just brings me pure joy. And honestly, between you and me guys, as I'm going through this, my fun quadrant is really lacking right now. I have not even had time to like read a book at night. And now I'm seeing it as I'm writing this out. I'm like, wow, I've really neglected this area of my life. And this is why this exercise is so great, to make you really aware. Because honestly, I wasn't this aware of that I was lacking this creative spark, this fun, these things that give me pure joy, until just sitting down and being like, ooh, it's like a reality check. So for me, as in the same way we did everything else, between 1 and 5, after writing down all my kind of answers to this, and also don't feel like you need to do exactly these prompts. They're here to help you. You can go off. You can, whatever comes to mind within those quadrants, just go ahead and put it down. Because this is yours, right? It's unique to yours. So going back, honestly, for fun, I am going to put myself as a 1, which is a little sad to say, but it's going to happen. I'm being realistic with myself, right? And after you go through this, you should have something very similar to like spokes outside everywhere, of like words coming out, and be as creative or not creative or whatever you want. This is yours. And afterwards, after you have all this out, then this is where I'd love you to like, 1, the next step is to kind of connect the dots in a way between, for me it's connect the hearts because I made hearts, but connect your hearts or your dots in each quadrant, and then you can see exactly visually what's going well and maybe what needs to be improved upon, right? So go ahead and do that, and this is going to be the starting point, your point A. And I also like to, of course, after doing this and reflecting, I like to color it in. So you color it in up to the areas of your dot, your point in that quadrant. And then of course you can fill in and color in your me, yourself right here. And then that's what you have. For me, I like to print it out, and just like this, I like to print it out, and I like to put it up as a reminder of where I am right now. Because honestly, it's like one of those things when we don't have those visual cues, it's forgotten. It's like, I don't want you to do this and just say, oh, that was fun, but now I'm just going to go on with life and not do anything else with it, right? No, now you see, like for me, this is a big red flag. My fun meter is like way down there. So this is where you can choose where to focus your energy and be like, I'm going to put some more energy into this. Maybe yours says like, you know, I need to exercise. I want to exercise more. So maybe you work on exercising once a week or something like that. Or like for relationships, for me too, I'm like, I don't see friends enough. Maybe I should connect with friends at least once a week, or have date night with my husband more than once a year. You know, it's something like that. So everyone's unique. So take a look at your own present self that you just created. See the areas that, you know, could be improved upon, and what's important to you. And the next step after this is, you would think the next step I would say is like, oh, we're going to go straight to the future me. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. So this is my future me to give you kind of like a sneak peek. And this is the present me. So before we go on to the future me, I know we all want to go straight on to the future me. Pause for a second and first go on to my video that really taps into what your values are, what your specific unique core values are, because that is what you're going to need to really fill in your future self in the best way possible. So with that, I can't wait to see your present self. Feel free to, you know, tag me at Jazzkatat, or just, you know, if you don't want to share it, I know it's personal, just, you know, write in the comments how it went, that you did it, how you felt. And I am really excited to go on this journey with you. And the next step is to really figure out those values. And don't worry, it sounds daunting, but I'm going to make it super easy for you. And before you know it, we'll have the present self and the future self side by side, and we will have the beginnings of your roadmap of how to get to this life that you deserve to live, you should be living, right? And you have more importantly, you have the power to do it. So if you like this video, if you want to make sure you don't miss any other ones, please subscribe and like it, and tell me. I want to know. I want to know that you did your present self. And yeah, let's do the next one together. I will see you soon. In the meantime, have a fabulous day. Talk to you soon. Bye.